It's just Larry again. God damn it. You know what I realized the other day? I was looking at my YouTube thing and it says I posted over 900 videos in the last 4 years. What does that say about me? That means, that must mean I desperately crave attention. It's embarrassing. I mean, what else could that possibly mean? Why do I have to put up 900 videos? What's wrong with me? But I don't know. I don't think of them as videos. They're just sort of a maybe a journal, if you will, for my little boys, who I love dearly, as you guys know. By the time these guys are old enough to ever watch these videos and really get the adult humor, something will probably happen to YouTube, and all the videos will get taken down, and that'll be my luck. But you know, you never know. Maybe they'll still be up, you know? And I hope, you know, you guys are getting something out of this shit. Because it's been a long journey, friends. I thought about, the other day I was thinking about, somebody said something about, I forget, you put a lot of time in on the fretboard, you know? That's a fact. I think we've talked about this in the past, but I figured if you averaged it out, I've been playing for about 47 years, right? And if you averaged out all the days when I didn't play at all, and all the days where I played for 12 hours straight on sessions and at work, I would reckon the average time would be about 2 hours total per day for 47 years. So let's just say I added that up in the old calculator. That's 36,000 hours of playing, right? Something like that. That's crazy. Let's say it was 1 hour a day. That would cut it down to 180,000 hours, right? Or 18,000 hours, I mean. That's crazy. That's just, it's, you know, I should be better. It's depressing to me. Putting that much time in, why the hell can't I play? You know what? It's just, that's part of the journey. That's what you do. We just try to get better and better and better. I'm still working on shit like crazy. I hear things, you know, in my playing, and I go, God damn it, I thought I could do that by now, you know, but I guess we all do that. And the more you rip yourself to shreds, the better it is. I really think that. I'm a big believer in harsh self-criticism. If you walk around thinking you're a badass, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. But if you clearly realize how much better a lot of people are than you, you're gonna be okay in this life. Know your place. Know what your weaknesses are. Know your strengths. You know, like, nobody can do it all. That's the thing. I get on sessions sometimes and I'm totally the wrong guy for a certain type of thing that's happening, and I know it. You know, there's sometimes I get on session, I'm totally the right guy for what's going on. Like the other day, for example, I was doing a movie score thing for a friend of mine. He's a producer. A couple of LA guys came in. They're working on an Allman Brothers movie, and they're doing all these scores. Like, so we're doing these little 40-second cues, minute and a half cues, you know, all these different things. And there was one bit where it was all great. It was really cool, atmospheric stuff, creepy stuff for movies, good stuff. And then there was one bit when he goes, man, there's that one part I really want you to just play some wicked slide, you know, real Dwayne Allman kind of shit, you know. And I was like, you know, man, that's just not my bag. You know, there's guys that do that so well, and I took a few cracks at it, and we got a track. It was a fast shuffle, and I played sort of a Dwayne Allman kind of solo, but it's just not my bag. You know what I mean? I can fake it, but it ain't real. That's a lifestyle. A lot of guitar playing is a lifestyle. Now here's what I'm thinking. Follow me on this, okay? I was watching a video the other day of Clint Strong in his prime. If y'all don't know who Clint Strong was, that's a bad motherfucker right there, okay? Probably the king of Texas swing guitar playing. There's probably no man on earth that could play over changes as good as that guy. If you're going to get into some Texas swing shit, right? That's great. It's amazing to watch. But then I was thinking, what about all the guys that play amazing classical music? What about all the guys that play like amazing finger picking, Tommy Emmanuel style? And I was thinking about some of the shit that I do. You know, it's not, you could play the Django style. You know, what I'm saying is that all of that shit, when it's done really well, is just as hard as the other the other thing. Like the stuff that a guy like Clint Strong plays is just amazing, but in its own way, it's not harder than what Tommy Emmanuel does, or you understand what I'm saying? I'm not wording this quite right, but I'm just saying they're all really hard to get good at, but it's just a matter of what you focus on, you know? Like, if you just sit and play slide all day long, you're gonna be a bad motherfucker on slide. If you just sit and play over changes all day, you're gonna be great at that. See, you know, I studied and worked on the things that were important to me, you know, the kind of guitar that I like. So that's what I got good at, you know what I mean? That's what I got comfortable with, you know, and like, I feel like we all have that, you know? It's like, don't look at some guy doing some shit you could never do and think that's harder than what I'm doing, you know? Like, it's all hard. It's all really hard. And it's just a matter of what you spend your time focusing on, you know? But I think, you know, it's good to be a well-rounded player, you know, to sort of, you know, work on a lot of things so you can play a lot of styles, you know. I mean, some people don't have any interest in that whatsoever. They just want to do one thing. That's cool too. In its own way, that's cool too. So think about where you stand in that. I wasn't expecting to go off on a 9-minute philosophy lesson today, but let me show you a couple strats real quick. Here's the Strat that I've played forever. Jeff Sen made this guitar. This is the best Strat I've ever had. I've had hundreds of I mean, God, old Strats. Everything from 54s to damn, you know, 66s and everything, man, and they're all cool. Every Strat's totally different. This is the one I kept, right? And it's a parts guitar, but there's just something about it that just works for me, you know. One of the main factors is it's got this Elitch silent system, so that all 5 positions are dead quiet, which is very cool. You can play a gig with this thing anywhere, and all 5 positions are dead quiet, and they still sound like an old Strat, and that's cool in my book. A couple friends of mine were kind enough to throw me a bone and hook me up with an old Strat that they found from a guy, and I went out and bought it yesterday because I've been selling a lot of guitars lately. I haven't told you guys about it, but I sold a mess of guitars. But I found this old '63 Strat. It's a cool guitar. It's pretty light, I would say. Real cool, real '63 neck, man. I mean, I I've owned a bunch of 62, 63s. There is a feel to these necks. I would know it anywhere. I swear, man. I mean, there's just it's an odd shape. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a cool neck. But there's just something about these 62, 63s. They're very unique, I would say. But the first thing I noticed about this guitar, it's, you know, the pickups are, everything's original into there. There was a couple newer looking solder joints by the volume pot, you know, but I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm gonna have the boys at Grooms check it out and all that. But I did notice that the bridge pickup is very pissed off sounding in a very cool way. Check this out. That sounds like old records. Okay, real quick, and then here's the bridge pickup on the Sen that I've used all these years, just so you can hear it. Come on now. Come on. Ready? Very good, but not nearly as dangerous as this one. So this could be something. This might be something that we can use. I want to say a couple more things before this gets too long. You know, thank you so much for all the very kind comments about the live clips of the Guthrie gig that we did at the Underdog the other night. Very sweet comments that people have said. Not to sound ungrateful or anything, but I absolutely loathe cell phone videos taken at concerts. I've talked about this before. I wish that all cell phone videos taken at every concert on YouTube would be immediately stricken. I don't care who it is. They sound like shit. They look like shit. I hate it. But here's the good news. If you like that, what you saw, which I think is you know, typical cell phone bullshit. Brett Papa was at the gig and he had his full camera rig there, and they recorded some real audio of that gig. And what you saw in those cell phone clips, if anybody that was there, I mean, it's capturing 0.00001% of what was going on in that room. So Brett was, you know, he had his rig there and he filmed it, and he sent me and Guthrie a preview, and it's fucking pretty good quality. So if you dug that, what you saw on the cell phone can version, you're probably gonna really enjoy this. I think he's gonna put it on his channel, and you know, several camera angles, good audio. You can actually hear the drums and all that. And so I'll let you know when that comes out. And it's very cool of Brett to be doing all this, man. You know, he does all this shit out of the goodness of his heart. He's not making any money, you know, dragging all his fucking gear up there to record these pitiful. I mean, we didn't even know what we were gonna play. I mean, those were completely on the fly performances. We had no idea what we were gonna do. No rehearsal, nothing. So it's a little rough, but you know, it's fun. And I feel like that is real, you know, gunslinging. That's the heart of live music, is not knowing what's about to happen. And I appreciate that personally as a listener, you know what I mean? I don't want to see somebody who's played some shit a million times and they know it too well. Boring. You know what I mean? Just boring. You can just see him up there on autopilot, like the dining dead in a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, you see that couple that's unhappily married that's sitting across the table from each other, miserable, looking at their phones, looking at anything but each other. The dining dead. You know what I'm talking about. That's how a lot of live performances are. You're using tracks, all that shit. Fuck that. All right, real quick, let's hear these neck pickups. Here's a neck pickup. old dog. I got it down super low, like I always like my neck pickups. It makes them more airy. This guitar needed some serious work, man. I picked it up last night, and it was like, action was like this tall. Everything was a mess. The intonation was like, what? I spent about an hour and a half working on it last night, and man, it's starting to come alive. You work on a guitar, you set it up, and then you let it sit for a minute, and then you pick it up the next day, and it's like, okay, it seems to be settling into, it's like a, you know, it's sort of taking shape. The neck adjustments, it's feeling good. Listen to this middle pickup, man. This is what I'm talking about right here. There you go. All right, it's getting too long. I gotta hang up. All right, see you guys. Peace out.